Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to our third lesson of literacy. We are innovating our story, Percy the Park Keeper After the Storm. So before we get started, we're going to recap the two lessons we've already done, the opening and the build-up. Follow along with me whilst I go through the class innovation, and then you can pause the video and read through yours. So, Pippa was a helpful girl. She loved looking after the zoo and the animals who lived there. But one night she couldn't sleep because a great storm was raging. Pouring rain, dazzling lightning, and booming thunder was attacking her beloved zoo. The wind blew down the fence. She didn't like it. She didn't like it one bit. As the sun was rising, Pippa woke up. The wind had stopped and the sky was clear. Unfortunately, something dreadful had happened. The fence had been blown over by the storm. It was Pippa's favourite fence, and some of her animal friends lived there. So she loaded up her wheelbarrow and set off to them. So now we're looking at the problem of the story, and if you have a think about the problem from when you've been learning it the last couple of weeks, the animals don't feel very happy, do they? Their house is destroyed, okay? So this time we're going to be thinking about how we think the animals are feeling. We're going to change some of those words. So they could be feeling unhappy. They could be feeling angry. They could be feeling furious. They could be feeling concerned or worried. These are all the things the animals could be feeling, or you might have chosen your own words for how they're feeling, okay? These are just some examples. If there's any of these words that you would like to use, just write them down now and pause the video and you can have a think about using them in your innovated problem part of the story. We also need to have a think about where they might look for a new home, because they get in that wheelbarrow, don't they, and they go around and they find new places where they can live until they fix the big oak tree. So they could go to a pond, lake or stream to look for a new home. They could go to the forest or the woods. They could go to the hills. They could go to some flower beds. Or they could go to the playground, or there's lots of other places that they could go, and that's entirely up to you. You have a think, where would you like the animals to have a look to find a new home? Right, now, this is going to be our problem of the story. This is the class version, and then you will get the chance to draw your own. You might use some of my ideas, you might use your own ideas, and then we can write a simple sentence to match our story map, okay? So I'm going to read through our problem part of our class innovation. Gathered by the fence, the animals looked worried and angry. "We're all homeless now," sobbed Hedgehog. "We'll just have to find you somewhere else to live," she said. They jumped in the wheelbarrow and looked for a new home. First, they went to the hills, but nobody wanted to live there. Then they went to the playground, but nobody wanted to live there either. "Never mind," said Pippa determinedly. "We'll try across the stream." So that is our problem. If you'd like to rewind it and listen to it again, you can, because it's quite a long one. But we're just going to pick a couple of simple sentences out of that, and it's entirely up to you which ones you choose. But this is an example for you, and you can just change the red words to the words that you would like to use. So, the first sentence. The animals looked worried and angry. The animals looked worried and angry. First, they went to the hills, but nobody wanted to live there. And then if you want to write another sentence, you could do then. Then they went to the playground, but nobody wanted to live there either. So it's entirely up to you. Out of that problem, you don't need to write it all. Just pick a couple of sentences that you would like to write about that part of the story. Okay, I'll read through mine again. Make sure you're following along. As you can see, I've got a capital letter at the beginning of every sentence. I've got finger spaces in between, and I've got a full stop, okay? So the animals looked worried and angry. First, they went to the hills, but nobody wanted to live there. Don't forget, with your writing, you need capital letters, finger spaces, full stops, beautiful handwriting holding your pencil correctly, and read back through your sentence and make sure it makes sense. This is what you'll see in your work pack. You'll either have a story map to fill in, a text map with some writing lines underneath, or a simple cut up sentence to put in the correct order, practice your writing underneath, and draw a picture. Well done, boys and girls. Enjoy drawing up your problem of the story, and I cannot wait to see your writing. Bye.